depends upon another way.
Female make better leaders now. In the past, it was males, but we find out that ladies are developing in disciplinarian issues. They are powerful women who have excelled in their area or whatever their field may be, and because of that, I think that they make good leaders.
Where the youth get set up, so them family have to keep regular set up.
All right, so I want to throw this question out to everybody: who makes better leaders, male or female?
The one who's most qualified.
That's a good answer.
One who's most qualified. I'm not a chauvinist.
I have done some research. It's something that I've looked at, and it is said that females make better leaders, and for the 21st century we will see more females becoming leaders and better leaders, and that is because of the whole issue of intellect, the whole issue of being able to connect with people's emotions, right? Because we're emotional beings as females. And so something that a man would overlook, a male leader may pass somebody and not stop to look and say, that person's eyes look a little bit saddened. You know, let me call that person in my office and find out if everything is okay. So they're able to connect more with people emotionally, the staff emotionally. And, you know, earlier when I was talking, as I was preparing and talking about the fact that men, and I had this conversation earlier, that men are not driven from an intellectual standpoint. Most men, a number of men, they're more skill-oriented. So when it comes to the theory of things, a number of them don't gravitate to that. And I was giving a little statistics that, you know, as I lectured a couple courses last semester, I found that the men did not do well at all in the courses. Oh. It was a data thing I did, you know, and these courses were preparing people, and these are men in the program, to become guidance counselors. And it led me to become concerned, you know, of how they will really operate in that career field. So I do believe that we do have those good male leaders, you know. And I want to also say that I am one who believes that men should take back their role as leaders and lead as the word instruct them to lead. But what is happening in this time and this era is that we have more empowerment for women than men. And because of that, that is why we see more women arising in leadership positions, because there's always an empowerment group for women and there's less of an empowerment group for our men. Who is mentoring our men? And I'm very passionate about that, so you hear me go on it, because I'm very passionate about the men taking on leadership.
Just a follow-up question to what you just said, because your emphasis is that women makes better leaders based on their ability to connect with person on an emotional level. So my question is, do you think that level of connection would serve as a hindrance in the workplace, as well as maybe an advantage?
Well, I guess they're waiting on me to answer. It can. I won't say it necessarily will, but okay. I see where you're coming from, and I believe it really can, because sometimes pulling down defenses can happen. You know, the crossing of the boundaries that we spoke of, you know, can happen, because for me as a pastor, as a counselor, there are certain situations I don't take on. Because I am a very emotional person. You know, I have a very soft spot for females and females hurting, right? So some situations I really don't take on. I refer them to someone else. I refer them to like Miss Garwood, you know, to help them along. But it can, as I said earlier, really affect the work environment, because you can even come across as motherly. You know, you're mothering me. You know, give me some space to breathe. So it can be negative as well as it can be positive.
Okay.
Any leadership
All right, any last remarks in terms of building healthy relationships on the job?
Well, yes. You can be friendly, but not over friendly to the point where it's mistaken as if you're flirting with me. You understand? So when it comes on to that, just try to keep it as professional as possible.
I would say on valuing yourself, knowing who you are, that will first of all, well, one of the things that help with the sexual harassment. It will help with that.
Yes.
You know who you are. You recognize this person is coming too close. You're invading my personal space. Stop right there. I heard what you said and I know what you're meaning. Stop. Also, forget what I was going to say. At this age, you don't always remember everything, right? Go ahead, Ms. Garwood.
Be authentic as a leader. Be clear, as David said, in communicating your boundaries and what is required from your team. Be loyal and learn to connect with the people that are helping you build your company.
Okay, thank you very much for your valuable input. Well, this is where we have to end our discussion with our He Says, She Says conversation. Stay tuned for more. Our guests were Reverend David Grant, Miss Geraldine Garwood, and Adermi Mitchell. Thank you for watching, and I am Andre Palmer. Take care.
That leadership that depends upon another way is a leadership that will increase. Any leadership that teaches you to depend upon another race is a leadership that will increase.
Take a walk out a halfway tree if you want.